The parts needed for the traffic light are one traffic light PCB, one green LED, one red LED, one yellow LED, one 470 ohm resistor, one USB 2.0 cable, one Arduino Uno Rev 3, and four right angle male headers. Based on which ground pins are on, energy will be sent to a certain LED. Each LED has a male header that corresponds to its color. If your Arduino ground pin is on, energy will be sent to that LED. Energy is also put through a 470 ohm resistor before it reaches the LED. The first part of my code is the initialization. The initialization is where all variables are set or declared to a constant. Here, the variables I used were x, red, ground, green, yellow, and duration. X is supposed to be a variable used for the while loop that can change easily. Red represents the red LED ground pin. Ground represents the ground pin. Green represents the green LED ground pin. Yellow represents the yellow LED ground pin. And duration represents the time between lights changing. The next part of my code is the setup. This is where I set all the ground pins to either high or low, or to input or output. Here I set all the pins to output and I set the ground pin to low. The final part of my code is the loop. In the loop, the first statement is x equals green. This sets the variable x to the green ground pin. Then I open the while statement with the test x has to be less than or equal to red, or in this case, x has to be less than or equal to 10. The next line is digital write x high. This turns on the x ground pin, which turns on the LED that corresponds to the x ground pin. Delay duration times 4 stops it from turning on and off for 4 seconds. Digital write x low turns off the x ground pin. Digital write yellow high does the same thing as digital write x high, turns on yellow. Delay duration stops it from turning on and off for 1 second. Digital write yellow low turns off the yellow LED, and x equals x minus 2 is the change that doesn't make that make sure is that green changes to red, so 12 changes to 10, and that 10 changes to 8, so that it exits the loop and goes back to the top to reset to 12.